that was a lot of like 3 a.m. sessions. That's why I was up late at night working on that. And Russell, I really wish I could have told you about the party because I could really use your. At the beginning, there was Nina, Uma, and Vito. Then came Akhil. Nice It was December 23rd, 1965, when Meena Javeri brought Akhil into this world in Bombay, India. Akhil met George Samuel, known as Sam to all his close friends, at a very young age. Sam taught Akhil about electronics. One day, Akhil's dad wanted Sam to create something that no one had ever seen before to impress some guests for a wedding.
What amazing thing can I possibly do with these lights in a tree?
When Sam told Akhil's dad that he was going to put some lights on a tree, his dad was not impressed.
That will never work. Bring shame on everyone.
Sam reassured Akhil's dad that it would be amazing. Sam took a spool that some thread comes on and attached some strings of copper to it, and then attached that to a motor. Sam used the device to light the tree up from the bottom to the top, and as the lights turn on at the bottom, it appears as though the tree were on fire.
It's amazing! I am good.
Akhil's dad and the wedding guests were very impressed, and so was little Akhil, who at that moment decided,
I want to be an engineer when I grow up too!
Scene 2, the Exodus. On May 23rd, 1973, Meena brought Akhil and his sister Uma to live in the United States in St. Louis, Missouri.
Woo! Welcome to America! Yeah! Oh, thank you.
Sam took them in and has raised Akhil like a son. When Akhil came to this country, he should have entered the 3rd grade. But after testing him, the teachers felt he should be placed in 5th grade.
Welcome to Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader? Yeah! Akhil, you are!
Akhil was 8 years old, very small, and placed in the 5th grade. He tells me that he developed his quick wit as a defense mechanism against all the bullies.
You're weird. I don't like you. I know you are, but what am I?
Scene 3, the graduate. Akhil graduated from Belleville West High School in 1981 at the age of 15.
Woo!
He went on to study electrical engineering at Southern Illinois University, where he graduated with his BSEE in 1985 at the age of 19.
Woohoo!
Akhil, however, was not full of ambition when he graduated, so he took a job at a local video store restocking and rewinding videotapes. When his college professors heard that his prized student was working at a video store, he got involved.
Good news, everyone! Akhil is much too good to be in this video store job, and now he must take a break and do something smart with his life.
He encouraged Akhil to apply for a job with General Motors in Wentzville, Missouri. That job set the course for the next 30 years of Akhil's life, because that's not only where he began his career, but that's where he met me. I had a summer internship in the industrial engineering department, and it was amazing how many times Akhil felt the need to come by my office. Wait for it. He asked me out several times, but I said,
No way.
he was nothing if not persistent.
Stop now.
Finally, I agreed that he could join a group of us and go to a comedy club.
I guess since you're begging.
Little did I know that he had a plan to sweep me off my feet, and I was shocked when he proposed 3 weeks later.
Wow.
my entire sorority, and my family.
Hello. Hi, I'm Akhil. Nice to meet you. Hi. You must be this beautiful woman.
He eventually won everyone over, which probably comes as no surprise to you because he's always been and continues to be charming and witty.
Oh, yes.
Scene 4, wandering. We were married in 1988 in St. Louis. This is when the adventures really began. Shortly after we were married, Akhil decided to leave his job at General Motors
Woohoo!
to work at Ralston Purina.
Aw.
In the meantime, we built our first house and moved in it in 89, sorry. In the short time working at Ralston Purina, Akhil acquired the experience and connections for us to start our own engineering company in 1990.
Let's do it ourselves. You're hired! You're hired! Yes.
We hired 2 engineers to work with us.
Good job.
And we had a great time automating the packaging lines for Calcan Foods in Mattoon, Illinois. We had a tiny apartment in Mattoon where we lived all week and then we visited our house on the weekends. Life was happy and carefree. And in case you didn't know this about me, I love chocolate. Calcan is owned by M&M Mars, as in all that wonderful chocolate. So we had Dove bars and all kinds of access to goodies in our cafeteria. So I thought life couldn't get much better than that. Scene 5, entering parenthood. Akhil and I are planners, so it turns out we did have a plan for life to get even better.
Not Akhil, just Laura as a plan.
We planned that after being married for 5 years, we would have a child. So Ashley came along 6 days before our 5th anniversary. Those industrial engineering skills. Having a child dictated some changes in our lives, though. So Akhil decided to get a real job, so we abandoned our business to settle back down in St. Louis. Shortly after working at his new job, Akhil decided the company could really use my help, so he set up a meeting with me and the president. And once again, we were working together and having a lot of fun doing it. Akhil decided, since he now not only had a wife and a child, that he should probably make his ties to this country permanent, so he
Make it permanent.
he became a U.S. citizen in 1993.
Yay. Welcome to the United States. Oh, thank you very much.
Feeling secure that Akhil would not be deported back to India, we had another child. So Corinne came along in June of 1995. Then I saw an episode of Oprah that would change Akhil's life.
Oprah.
We had just spent a year building another house and had lived in it for about 6 months when Akhil came home to find me impassioned by an episode of Oprah.
Oprah. Say it with me. Oprah. 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 We love her.
I told him that I need to quit my job, I need to downsize, and I need to be home with the kids. So Akhil's jaw dropped, but he took it all in stride and said,
Oprah.
But unfortunately, if I quit my job, we couldn't keep the house. So Akhil's okay meant that we would be moving. Akhil found a job in Dallas, Texas at Allen Bradley, so we moved to Plano in 1996.
Whoa. It's hot here.
At this new job, Akhil was doing a lot of speaking, so he joined the Toastmasters. As a result, he received the title Certified Toastmaster. Which basically means that he learned how to be a captivating public speaker. So I am truly sorry, Akhil, that I couldn't have rehearsed this with you ahead of time, so you can help me out. In January of 2000, Jordan was born.
Oh, God, another one? Did we really need another child? I guess we did.
In 2000, Akhil was itching for change.
A baby wasn't enough for me, babe. We need to move again.
So he pursued a job in Pittsburgh. He took a job with Siemens, and we fell in love with Pittsburgh and moved there in December of 2000.
So many seasons.
Then, after 2 years in Pittsburgh,
That was short-lived.
Akhil took a job with a consulting company in St. Louis. So we moved back to St. Louis in 2002. That lasted for 4 years. In the meantime, Sam and Tim Pritchard purchased an electronics manufacturing company in Texas.
Sam! Ah, there you are. Oh, you have an electronics company now here.
I do too. I'm Tim.
Oh, hi, Tim. Nice to meet you. Yes, business partners. Equals. Ah, smart equals.
In 2006, we moved back to Dallas so Akhil could work at HL Electronics with Sam and Tim.
Moving again. Smart choice.
So we built the house of our dreams, thinking that we would retire in Dallas.
Wait, Laura, come back. Woo! Another house. It's a pretty one.
Once again, Oprah influenced our lives.
No. I'm Oprah again.
I saw an episode on laughter yoga, and I thought Akhil was perfectly suited for that. So I encouraged him to look into it, and being a good husband, he did. He not only looked into it, he went to a seminar and became a certified laughter yoga instructor.
Congratulations! Thank you, everybody, for your laugh well.
Well, retirement in Dallas wasn't to be. A recruiter called Akhil in 2009 and told Akhil about a job in Vancouver, Washington at a company called Power Engineers.
Vancouver, Washington. What?
Akhil quickly told the recruiter he was not interested,
Nope, don't want to do it.
but then he shared that information with me. When Akhil told me about that call, I encouraged him to call the recruiter back and find out more.
I strongly encourage this.
Akhil felt a little silly calling the recruiter back, but he's a good husband, so he did,
Hello.
and here we are.
I'd like to take the job on second thought.
Scene 6, the other women. A story about Akhil's life wouldn't be complete without talking about a few of the many women that have befriended him. Akhil was always a good and faithful husband, but he also enjoyed the attention of beautiful women. He seemed to have them surrounding him in every city we lived in. In St. Louis, there was my best friend Brittany. He and Akhil shared a love of music.
Woo!
Music! And when the Eagles announced they were coming to St. Louis, Akhil really wanted to go, and so did Brittany. So the two of them went to the concert together while I stayed home with the kids. During an intermission, Akhil and Brittany bumped into some elders from our church. And Akhil apparently chose to act very suspicious. The next day, I received a phone call from one of the elders asking me if I knew about Brittany. Then in Pittsburgh, there was my good friend Janine. As part of Akhil's regimen to fight his MS, he had to give himself an intramuscular injection every week, and those are the really hard kinds of shots that you have to jab a needle deep in the muscle. And Akhil really didn't like doing it himself, so he asked me to try. I was not successful. I did it so wrong.
You're okay. Get up. It's okay. This happens all the time.
she would mind doing it. So every Saturday night, Akhil would go to Janine's house and she would give him his shot. Apparently, though, Janine's husband was unaware of this because he was pretty shocked to walk in his kitchen one Saturday evening to find Akhil with his pants down and his bottom exposed waiting for Janine. That almost resulted in another phone call. Moving here has been no different. Akhil's been surrounded by women. And as a result, I've overheard some pretty interesting conversations. For example, I walked in on Akhil explaining to one of his hospice caregivers.
I always think about Monica when I'm in the shower.
And I'm kidding, but in Akhil's defense, Monica and her husband Will are the ones who made the ramp to get him into the shower. Then I heard a friend who will remain nameless say,
When I met Akhil, I had never dreamed that I'd be running my fingers through his hair.
you know who you are, Lori Davis. Well, in spite of all these women in Akhil's life, there are two that have been there from the beginning, and I want to introduce those two to you now.
That's me. What?
Meet Akhil's mom.
Wait, stop. Wait, stop. And Mimi, right?
Akhil's mom and his sister Uma.
Oh. You have to wear this. We don't know who you are otherwise. Yeah.
And Uma's here with her husband Karthik. So Akhil, after listening to all these people speak, thinking about how far they've traveled to come be with you, I hope you feel loved and like you really made a difference. But I believe that the person that you've impacted the most has probably been me. We've shared over half our lives together. When you met me, I was shy and lacked confidence, but you breathed belief into me and taught me that I could do absolutely anything that I set my mind to. You also taught me to find humor in everything, and because of that, we've laughed our way through life and ALS. I've always loved adventure, and being together, we chose to embrace that. We've always had an attitude of why not, or just say yes. And that's led to us moving all over the country, trekking through jungles, hiking up mountains, sometimes coming back one short, flipping over a sailboat, doing a wing over, and lots of other adventures. So you've given me a lifetime of amazing moments. You've taught me that I can smile my way through anything to make it more bearable, including that wing over. I don't think I would be the person that I am today if I had met you and spent more time with you. When I recently read this quote, it immediately made me think of you. Viktor Frankl, the Austrian neurologist and psychiatrist, as well as a Holocaust survivor, said, "Everything can be taken from a man, but one thing. The last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose your own way." I think it's safe to say that everyone in this room can see how this quote applies to you. You've taught us all that the human spirit is strong and that we can tap into that inner strength and get through anything. So I hope today you have an attitude of pure joy as you celebrate your birthday. Happy birthday, darling. May you celebrate this milestone knowing that you're loved and cherished. Thank you.